And I'm back with this game. It's called Eft to Newt by Mike Joffer. Here we go. I don't know what this is. You wake to the sound of your phone going off, same as always. Slowly you climb out of your bed. Your head is pounding, but you can't remember what you were doing last night. I can. You put your hand to your forehead, surprised by how clammy it is, and you head to the bathroom. Let's click on bathroom. The bathroom is pitch dark. You blindly grope around looking for the faucet lights or whatever else you can find to establish your bearings. We have to look for the lights. You find the light switch and flip it. Finally, you can see the bathroom around you. Your eyes are drawn to the mirror. The face you see in front of you is a long, flat oval. Two beady eyes stare back at you, and a tiny mouth opens and closes. There is no nose on this pale pink face, so it's a ferret. Wait, no, ferrets have noses. Duh. But on either side of his head are a pair of bright red, feathery eyes. It is the face of an axolotl salamander, and through the sleep and possible hangover-addled brain of yours, you slowly awaken to the idea that this is your own face. Well, I mean, if you felt your face in the beginning, and you felt how clammy you were, I feel like you'd notice if your face was just some giant oval. Oh, wait a minute. This thing is what we are, I guess. Okay. Normal? It's not normal, no. The beady eyes in the mirror bulge slightly as you struggle to make sense of what you are seeing. How does a normal human suddenly transform into an albino salamander overnight? What the heck is this game? You think back to your earliest memory from the previous night, hopes of some clue. Back in the bedroom, you can hear your phone switch from a horse with no name to hang tough. Someone's trying to go... What? What is a horse with no name? Okay, whatever. You dash back to the bedroom as fast as you can, tearing through the piles of dirty clothes and junk on your floor. Everybody's always worrying about who's on top. This is really weird. Thank God you answered. I was worried you wouldn't be able to hold the phone. I can barely manage myself. Something horrible has happened. I recognize the voice as being that of your sister. I don't have a sister. I woke up and Aaron was gone. In his place on the bed was a seagull. I freaked and tried to smack it away, but when I raised my hand, it was this huge foot thing was there, and I smashed the bed in two. What is going on? She begins crying. I'm some kind of elephant. I had to dial your number with my nose. Aaron panicked and flew into the window, and now I think he's unconscious. This has been happening all over the city. Turn on the news. Turn on the TV to see the usual anchor person replaced by a very distressed-looking walrus. He flops around on his desk with a combination of dehydration and confusion. Ladies and gentlewomen, in all my years of dowing news things, I have never in my life seen something like this. All over the country, regular human beings have toned into animals. You go to the TV, you turn off the TV and go to the window. Outside, you see complete bedlam. Cars have crashed as their drivers suddenly lost opposable thumbs. Exotic hoofed animals and birds struggle to get out of the way. A terrified-looking lion clutches its head in its paws and rocks back and forth, while an anteater desperately tries to pull a lobster from underneath a collapsed lamppost. Whatever has happened to you seems to have affected the whole world. You can head outside to help the transformed people, but you still have your sister. Screw. I don't have a... So it's... I'm dumb. Okay, you can head outside. You rush outside, finding it difficult to run upright on your new tiny little legs. Even once you start scurrying on all fours, you can't help but notice just how much slower and smaller you are now. The bedlam outside... Thunder! Shut up! I'm sorry if you can hear that. It's storming outside. The bedlam outside isn't something your new form is equipped to deal with. You are surrounded by a menagerie of weeping, confused animals. A crocodile and a goat feebly try to embrace each other. You recognize their voices as the elderly couple next door. A snail is shouting for its mother. A bear runs past, screaming about the end of days. Most in need of aid is a large snake trapped in their car. The baby is coming now. My water just broke. You remember from high school biology class that some snakes give live birth instead of laying eggs. Isn't it funny the things that suddenly come to mind during a crisis? The car is wrapped around a hydrant and the door has crumpled in around her. You'll need to get the snake out of the car first, but your new form doesn't feel strong enough. Maybe another animal can help you. So do we get the snake out of the car or find another animal? Let's get the snake out of the car alone. You desperately try to lift the car door off the snake, but your new form is just too weak. You'll need to get help from another animal or think of something else. Something else. You remember a quote from high school physics class. Give me a lever and a fulcrum and I shall move the world. You don't remember who said it, but you only need to move a car, so maybe it will work. Grabbing a fallen pole, you jam it underneath the crumpled car door. You remember from high school class that force applied to a point farther from the pivot must be less than the force located at the point closer in. This is because are we in biology class now? Seriously, God. This is because the power is a product of force and velocity. Nobody cares. Use some quick calculations. Mechanical advantage equals bullcrap that I don't care about. Blah, 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 blah. Equals blah, 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 blah. And determine where to place the fulcrum. Pushing down on your end of the lever, you slowly force open the broken door, allowing the pregnant snake to be pulled free. Now the question is how to deliver the baby. Yes, let's do it. Let's deliver this baby as a Newt. With the snake out of a car, you're able to help deliver the baby. A crowd of animals is gathered around. The snake is lying on her back. You can see her cloaca about 2/3 of the way down her body. Like other reptiles and birds, snakes just have one opening that is used for waste, mating, and birth. At least a snake should come out pretty easily. To your surprise, the head that emerges is not a snake's, but a deer's. Careful not to let your surprise stop you from helping. You carefully support the baby deer's head. With one final push, the baby comes out. What is this story? The snake tearfully and carefully wraps her nerd daughter in her coils. The crowd sighs in relief, but there is an air of nervousness as well. Whatever has turned everyone into animals doesn't seem to be consistent. There is still work to do. After your successful handling of the situation, the other transformed people begin looking to you. Okay, here we go. A few days after the incident, scientists and experts are no closer to identifying the cause of this. The catastrophe has led to the collapse of the government, as important leaders died or disappeared in the confusion. A local election is being held to pick new leaders. Because of your success in organizing the other animals during the initial crisis and the recovery of afterwards, you have been nominated. Tonight is the debate between you and the two other candidates. A tiger who has been arguing that as animals you need to accept the new life as survival of the fittest, and staunchly conservative toucan who has been attempting to save the transformed masses by bringing them back to their moral roots. Jesus. First question. The moderator, Morael, asks the first question. What is your priority in regards to the reconstruction? Science, we need to find the cause of this transformation and reverse it. Very good. And what system of government do you think our current multi-species civilization needs? Anarchy. Well, oh God, I don't know about government crap. Anarchy is always the answer. Those such as myself, trapped in aquatic forms, have had significant struggles with moving around and accessing facilities in a land-based society. How would you address this issue? We gave you a fishbowl and a skateboard. Is that enough? Do you believe we can ever go back to being truly human? Yes, we can. Thank you. Remember, the election is in 3 days. In a landslide, you were elected leader of this new strange world. 1 year later, it was tough. It was a tough first year, but things are on track. While you are no closer to undoing the transformation, the new laboratories have made huge strides in understanding biology and creating new technology suited for anatomy. The transition to a stateless society was surprisingly smooth, perhaps due to the perspective your new forms granted. Society now runs on a system of common ownership, symbiotic cooperation between species, and vigorous open debate. Many people are cursed with limited or weak animal forms, or left to their own devices. There are daily protests from barnacles, fish, whales, coral, and anglerfish. You have ordered that such hostiles cease, but it has not seemed to end the problem. In time, a cure is finally discovered. Humanity returns to the world, but significantly wiser now that it has spent time in a world of new senses and experiences. Congratulations, this is the 7th outcome of the 7th ending. Play again and find them all. Or not. Or I could just go ahead and end this episode here. This game was interesting. I'm sorry I had to listen to my annoying voice talk for 10 minutes and 51 seconds. But it was an interesting game. That was F2 Newt. I will have the link to this game in the description. I could not think of what I was saying there. I'm stupid. Yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. See you guys later. Bye.